Welcome into Dowling Catholic High School. We are back for the second consecutive Friday night. Tonight, boys soccer action is on tap. The number 5 Dowling Catholic Maroons, 11-4-1 on the season, hosting the Waukee Northwest Wolves, 6-3-6 on the year. I'm John Schaefer. Happy to have you here tonight on CISN for Class 3A boys soccer, and certainly going to be a good matchup tonight. The Dowling Catholic Maroons have state title hopes coming off of a tough battle against Ankeny earlier this week. I'm sorry, let me look back on my calendar. My apologies. No, that was Northwest coming off of a tough matchup against Ankeny. Dowling Catholic coming off of a nice 3-1 win over Southeast Polk. And then they topped Norwalk 3-2 as well. Des Moines Lincoln with a win 3-2. Indianola as well 2-1. And then their latest loss coming to the hands of Johnston 5-2. Now, quick look at our rankings. Dowling number 3 in Class 4A boys soccer. West Des Moines Valley number 1. Roosevelt number 2. Johnston in at 4. Ames, Ankeny, Cedar Rapids, Prairie, Lincoln, and Centennial rounding out your top 10. Certainly a bit of a different night compared to what we saw last week. Windy, cold, bit of rain in the forecast. Bundle up for this one. It should be a fun one, though, on the pitch here at Dowling Catholic as we get you ready just minutes away from kickoff next on CISN.
DeArmond Ford Indianola, your certified Ford Model E dealer. All month long, save big on our new 2024 Ford electric vehicles. Lease a new all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning for only $345 per month. Lease the all-electric Mach-E for only $299 per month. Plus, the new Ford Power Promise. Get a home charger with your purchase. Come see our electric vehicle specialist here at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
It's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today. 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And we're back here at Dowling Catholic High School as we're getting closer to our starting lineups. A good look here at the Dowling Catholic bench, getting ready for tonight's kickoff against the Waukee Northwest Wolves. And quick backstory as to why the pink jerseys are out tonight for the Wolves. Their captains chose to wear pink for John Foth and his family. Foth on this Dowling Catholic team, typically he'd help donate bone marrow to his sister who's battling cancer. So a great show of appreciation and respect. The Foth family obviously has some ties to the Northwest players in the sense they play club. A lot of the kids around this region play club soccer together, so a great show of respect there. Let's turn it over to our PA for our starting lineups.
Welcome to Dowling Catholic Stadium, home of the Maroons. For our visiting team, the Waukee Northwest Wolves, we thank you for joining us tonight, and will be a great match. Make sure to stop by our concession stand to get yourself the state's best warm chocolate chip cookies and make yourself comfortable in our welcoming metal bleachers. We will introduce the starting lineup for tonight's match, beginning with the visiting team. Number 11, Ryan Carpenter. Number 7, Eden Gravelson. Number 6, Riley Jones. Number 2, Brody Lind. Number 8, Eddie Mihura. Number 4, Sam Ratcliffe. Number 1, Kate Shendel. Number 10, JT Spalding. Number 13, Landon Steffi. Number 19, Chris Wyhe. Number 15, Gabe Wenzel. They are coached by Carlos Acebai, Jack Andrews, Chad Jameson, Jack Simmons, and Trent Michael. For the Maroons, our starting lineup will be accompanied by future Maroons. Thank you to these young players, escorts, for joining us this evening. Our starting lineup is number 1, Joshua English. Number 2, Dane Ritma.
Also, if you need to stand in front of where we
Number 6, Ethan April. Number 8, Freddie Alvarado Solis. Number 10, Raymond Molina. Number 11, Josiah Crowder. Number 12, Gianni Neary. Number 13, Judd Berger. Number 15, John Fote. Number 17, Luis Marquez Sedano. And number 22, Jonathan Mendez. The Maroons are coached by Jackson Keeling, Derek Kroll, and Wes Erickson. Our officials for tonight's game are Aaron Valley, Aaron Larson, and Ryan Bevan. Next,
that's a look at your starting lineups. We're going to step away here and be right back on CISN TV.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
free Godfather's Pizza. Begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Welcome back into Dowling Catholic Stadium. John Foth actually in the lineup tonight, number 15 in black. Dowling wearing the black uniforms tonight. Waukee in the pink and white. And a breezy day across Central Iowa is going to make for an interesting night here on the pitch. Certainly going to have to account for it, especially as that ball takes off across the turf. It is a crosswind tonight, working west to east. Stadium runs north-south. And getting ready for a fun matchup tonight here again. Number 5, Dowling Catholic taking on the Northwest Wolves. Dowling enters 11-4-1. Northwest 6-3-6. Just a few games now removed from postseason play. Senior night here at Dowling Catholic, I should mention as well. Shout out all the seniors in the lineup tonight for this Dowling squad. Just waiting on the whistle for our kickoff. It'll be Jonathan Mendez to start things off, and not a lot of excitement as they send it out of play. Quick kneel for John Foth, who was in tonight before senior night, got the start, and he was the one that received that. He'll transfer the captain armband and receive a wonderful round of applause. Great selfless act by the senior player for this Dowling Catholic team to donate bone marrow for his sister's cancer treatments, and certainly wish him and his family the best, and his sister certainly as well, keeping them in our thoughts and prayers. Game on tonight, though. We're 30 seconds in and working across the far side of the field, and things will start to really take off here as a bit of a dreary night. A little bit of rain in the forecast, though I think it's blown through, and Waukee will take possession to the back line here. Working with it with a little bit of fancy footwork. Landon Steffi, he sends it up and through. Through ball for Waukee Northwest, shielded off nicely, and coming up off of his line is Josh English, the senior keeper. He'll scoop it. And then he'll punt it away. Again, be curious to see how the wind affects everything as you see it just kind of bending toward that east sideline. That is certainly all wind, and then mix in the fact that out here it is turf, so that ball, once it gets rolling, is just going to keep going that direction. Put it in the box, stepped through nicely. Now here comes Northwest. Through ball up ahead with some speed to it. English, though, able to get there and let it roll out of bounds before any threat was really there, but a beautiful run and a nice through ball, but looking for that run on the receiving end was Aiden Gabrielson. Gabrielson with some speed this season. Now we wait for the goal kick. Lofted high into the air, finds the middle of the field. That's to Gabrielson. He'll touch it out of the air, and quick turnover here, but given right back. Now on the attack. Here comes Waukee Northwest once again. Settles at the feet, but for a moment to JT Spalding. Spalding sends it out wide. Gabrielson trying to track it down, shielded once again, and that's going to drift out of bounds. Pull up my stat sheet here. Gabrielson this season, 4 goals, just one behind the team leader in Brody Lind, the junior, with 10 this year. Waukee's pinned it down to their half of the field for the start of this game, and a little bit of wind aided there, I will say. We'll see how Dowling handles the pressure in this half, and then see how things transition into half number 2. Dowling now with an opportunity. That ball dies out before it can get through. But then right back to the feet of Raymond Molina. Molina tries to put it through, doesn't quite find a foot. Instead, the ball gets out of bounds, nearly kept in by the Northwest defender. Instead, it'll be a throw-in down and around the 18. Joe Riley to throw it in. Booted out. Stepping in nicely, Landon Steffi. Both of these lineups senior laden, making them potential championship contenders here. Certainly Dowling in that mix at number 5. Ball played to the top of the 18, but cleared away quickly. Luis Marquez Sedano tries to play it out wide, but that's intercepted as well, and here comes Northwest on a counter. Nice touch. Over the top doesn't quite work, though, and then it's played up ahead. Sticking with it and with numbers, it's out to Gabrielson. Gabrielson on the attack. He's going to try and beat the defender wide. Pulls up inside the box now, centers it. Having to go with his right just a little bit wide. Is that shot off the foot of Eddie Mahura. Mahura looked skyward afterwards, knowing he had a grade A opportunity. Just a little bit too much bend on it, and it will settle for a goal kick now. A bullet piercing through the air on that goal kick. But again, Waukee Northwest gets possession back. Played out wide, nearly kept in, but that will go back Dowling Catholic's way. Maroons this season, just another look at across the stats here. 12 goals for Josiah Crowder, number 11 for Dowling Catholic. I'm sorry, 10 goals for Josiah Crowder. As we wait for the throw in from Dowling Catholic, again up over the top. Quick flick with a head, but doesn't really go anywhere, and just a bit of a bound and a volley back and forth. Goes out of bounds once again. Strong throw in. Taken off the foot, though, of Mendez. Dowling retrieves it, though. Mendez threw ball up ahead. Here comes Josiah Crowder. We just talked about him. Another ball back to the middle, but just a little bit ahead of Mendez, and that's Tate Schendel coming off of his line to make the save. And now here comes Northwest on a quick counter. Don't blink, because this game's going to flip and flop. The teeter-totter act goes back and forth, and playing it out wide now, Joe Riley back to the middle of the field. Molina ahead. Doesn't find the foot of his teammate. Instead, it's a clear by Northwest. Settled by Brody Lind. Then up over the top and almost clears the defender, but nice head away from that. And here come the Maroons once again on the attack. No real outlet. They'll try and switch sides of the field now, having to battle through that wind. That ball hangs up and is headed away. Finds the foot of Molina once again. Molina looking for some space to work. Plays it back out wide to Ethan April. April plays it ahead. Mendez can't corral. Comes back to Gabrielson. Gabrielson plays down the line, but that's booted out of play once again. That'll go Waukee Northwest's way. Played back now to the keeper. Just settling things down, retaining that possession. That's sent out towards the boundary, and we'll never find turf before it goes out of bounds. Throw in for Northwest. Or I'm sorry, for Dowling. The black uni's throwing me off a bit tonight. No worse for the wear, though. Ball through. Chopped back, then back ahead to Gabrielson, but he's offsides. And that will raise a flag on the near sideline. Once again, a big thank you to our officials this evening. Always appreciate our referees for all the sports that we cover. Certainly can't have the sport without those officials. Any interest in that? Check out the IHSAA website for links on how to become an official. Nice little hold up there by Ethan April. April gets it right back to his foot after a nice little give and go. They're going to try and switch field. Sedano across. Battling for it on the line and turned over. Here comes Northwest once again. Stepping in nicely was Sedano. Sedano tried to play one up but could not. Here come the Wolves. Wolves through ball. Out into space, just a little too strong, that wind again. Once it gets that ball rolling that direction, it's just going to keep carrying it until it hits the fence way over there by the parking lot on the far side. Quick sub here as Judd Berger comes out. Didn't catch the number on who came in for Berger. Strong play here for Dowling Catholic. They have possession moving across midfield. Playing it out wide now. Finds the foot of Riley. Riley couldn't quite keep it under his foot though, and it drifts out of bounds once again. Goes back the other way to the Wolves. Our official's going to back up Chris Wahey, I'm sorry. Say not quite such an advantage moving that ball up field along the border. Instead, that ball is played back, and tracking it down is Gabe Wenzel. Wenzel ahead to the corner. Ball takes a big bounce off Eddie Mahura's foot. Now the ball up ahead. Here comes a run from Gabrielson. He's going to try and track it down. Nearly gets there in time. He's calling for a handball as he felt the keeper came off just beyond the 18-yard box before anything could be done. That ball kicked out of bounds as well. And both teams just trying to find a little bit of their touch here on this Friday night. Again, from West Des Moines, Iowa. Dowling Catholic Stadium. Played down the line. Gabrielson. Middles it. Couldn't quite get handled by Lynn, but no harm done as Northwest keeps possession on the far corner. It's Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe working through traffic. Centers it. Having a go with the left. And sneaking it in off the post. Our first goal of the night for Waukee Northwest.
Going into the Maroons, number 13, Judd Berger.
What a strike it was for Landon Steffi.
Going in for the
Another look at it. I'm sorry, that's not Landon Steffi. That's Riley Jones having a go with the left. Sneaks it in the near or the far post and makes it a 1-0 game. 28:52 left in this first half. Beautiful play by Northwest.
What'd you say? Got it. Oh. Tell me when it says 40. Okay, thank you.
And we have a 1-0 game now with Northwest up on Dowling Catholic. Riley Jones, the senior, is absolutely ready for that opportunity. And here comes Northwest once again. Gabrielson nearly tracking it down. Dowling now going to have to find an answer. Maroons with possession. They've got a few numbers going their way, but formation holds. Now a quick through ball and having a go with the right was Mendez. Mendez shot takes a hop off the defender's foot, so we'll get our first corner kick of the night.
Corner kick for the Maroons.
It's far side. Nope, I'm not. Right, choose left.
Raymond Molina is going to take a shot at this corner. Got a shoe malfunction, I should say. Holding us up as we tick to 27 minutes left in this first half. Again, a beautiful goal by Riley Jones. Here's the delivery. Cleared away, but not out of danger. Getting a turn is Mendez. Mendez has a defender on him, gets across into the box. Nearly a head on it there by Josiah Crowder, and the glancing blow drifts out of bounds once again, so it'll be a goal kick, but Crowder nearly had an equalizer and had a great chance at it at least, as we still sit 1-0. Played up ahead once again, but tracked down nicely by Northwest defenders, but sticking with it, and another ball sent to the middle of the box, cleared away. Northwest has a ton of momentum right now on this senior night. Ball finds its way to midfield. Having a run, sent to the middle and nearly finished off, but sticking with it. Going to call a handball. That was Landon Steffi trying to get a little give and go from the back line. Riley Jones has 3 goals on the season, 3 assists as well, 9 total points. Ball sent toward the boundary once again. Judd Berger with it. Then it's cleared away.
Going in for the Maroons, number 3, Nathan Sullivan. And number 7, Santiago Ramirez-Quisada.
Mendez trying to track it down, but great shielding by Steffi. Mendez takes it, though, centers it. Having a go is Crowder. Crowder buries another one.
Goal for the Maroons, shot by Josiah Crowder.
Mendez with the battle in the corner. Great feed across to Josiah Crowder. Crowder's 11th goal on the season. And here's one more look at it. Mendez comes away with it, sends it to the front of the net, and Crowder gets a foot on it. They say onside as well, and we have a 1-1 soccer game here from Dowling Stadium. 24:30 left in this game, in this first half. But it is all knotted up. Good battle here tonight. Again, Dowling top 5. Northwest unranked in the power rankings. Does not mean they are not a good team, though, this season. Ball played back here. It's Sedano. He's going to play it towards the corner once again. Takes a hop off a foot. And now here comes Northwest with some structure. Trying to play the through ball to Gabrielson. Doesn't quite work. Ball takes a big hop over Ratcliffe, but he's able to try and track it down. Instead, another opportunity. Clean tackle by Steffi as Crowder was going to seek down another one. 11 goals on the season for Crowder. Just insane numbers. But you can see right place, right time, and he's a big part of when this team has success. Now we'll run coming down. JT Spalding. Spalding with space, taking it to the corner, looking for a cross. Cleared to the boundary and out of the end. We're going to get our first corner kick from Northwest now of the night. It'll be Ratcliffe to deliver. Ratcliffe has the option of a short pass off to Jones, or you can send one into the box. He'll go for the long shot. That's headed away. And out of bounds. We'll get more subs here, a couple of them for Waukee Northwest. Into the lineup comes Brody Lind once again, as well as Grady Wilcox.
Grady Wilcox.
Stepping out is Chris Wahe and JT Spalding. Spalding had that strong run, needed a sub.
Going in for the Maroons, number 5, Brian Mares.
And here come the subs for the Maroons and a couple more for Northwest. Brian Morris
Number 29,
checks in for Dowling Catholic. That was Morris. Throw in for Dowling. Going back Waukee Northwest way. Sedona comes out with it, sends it out wide, and numbers against Dowling Catholic, but possession working their way. Mendez nearly hunts it down. Instead, going to be cleared away by Steffi. Steffi's been busy on that back line tonight for Northwest. Couple clears, couple big plays. The back line goes that ball, and Dowling going to reset things offensively. Trying to switch fields. They'll work it inside to out. Turnover there, and Northwest going to try and counter back. Jones pointed all the way back to his keeper. Settling things down to Schendel. Schendel will give it a big boot. But again, turned right back over. Dowling Catholic with possession once again. Shifty move is Brian Maris. Crowder nearly comes away with that pass right across the middle. Instead, playing inside down. Here comes Northwest. Be a Wolves throw in here on the near side of the field. Throwing it up over the top, just a little short for his own teammates there, but Ball stays in bounds. And another clear. Nicely done by Ethan Apparel. Dowling retaining possession here at the midfield. But only for a moment as it's turned over once again. Under 20 to play. We are in our 22nd minute of tonight's game. 40-minute halves. Playing it outside. Here comes Aiden Gabrielson. Played it back and then ball up over the top. And in all alone, that's a clean pass. Then coming off of his line quickly and wisely is English. English scoops it up, but dangerous spot there for Dowling Catholic as Sam Temple was in on the run. And nearly got his foot on that second touch. Set English wisely and actively off of his line. But now Northwest threatening once again. Onside, then a right. Big save by English. Likely keeps the second one out of the back of the net and keeps this game level. Sprawling with the left. I don't know if we've got a replay of it. It was a thing of beauty, but certainly a momentous save for Dowling Catholic senior keeper. Now here come the Maroons on a counter. Mendez trying to find some space. Puts it out wide. Turned over. Jones down the line. Wolves keep possession, but again, brief moment. Here come the Maroons on a counter. Give and go. Into the box and nearly into the back of the net. They're going to call that a goal kick as Crowder almost had his second of the night.
Number 8. Brady of the Rouse Elite.
Here comes the goal kick. Quick header from Ramirez. Crowder had it taken off of his foot, and now here comes Gabrielson trying to track that down. Nearly does. Northwest keeps possession. That ball through just a little too soft, and great defensive play there on the back line for Dowling Catholic, and that's going to keep the threat at bay for just a moment. A little bit of physical play leads to a foul. Nate Sullivan to play the free kick. Plays it right to the feet of Northwest, but he'll follow it up with a header on the volley. But Northwest keeping possession once again. Playing with the triangle a bit. Into the middle of the field they go. Turned over at the top of the 18 and cleared away wisely. That was Maris. Now here comes Dowling Catholic. Once again, the Maroons trying to find some more here in this first half. Mendez couldn't quite get to it. Northwest trying to flip field and trying to flip ends as well. As there's another clearance. Played up over the top. Gabrielson going to try and get a head on it. No flag up. Ref says play on. Looked like there might have been a little bit of a handball in there, but nothing crazy. And then got an injury at midfield. Looking for a sub is a Northwest player. Clock has stopped at 15:06. And Jones, the goal scorer for Northwest, is going to sub out. Pulled up a little bit gimpy there and took a seat.
Going in for the Maroons, number 2, Dane Ritma.
He'll get some attention down at the other end of the bench. He's in a bit of pain there. Big piece for this Northwest team. Sedona playing it out wide once again. Down the line beautifully for Crowder. Crowder in alone behind the defense. Gets to the corner but runs out of real estate. Strong defensive play there in the corner for Northwest. Forces a throw in. Santi Ramirez throws it to the feet of Crowder, then gets it taken off of his foot. It'll be another throw in for Ramirez. Plays it to the head of Crowder. Crowder put it back to Ramirez. Ramirez put the cross into the box. Instead, it's chopped away. And another back to midfield. Maris out wide. Ramirez plays it back. Nearly turned over. Strong defensive play once again. It's been an active night for Ethan Aprile. Aprile going to send one to the far corner. That's flicked beyond the out-of-bounds line. Quick throw in. Here's Mendez. He gets it ripped away from his foot. And here come the Wolves now. There's a foul on Sedona. And we'll get a free kick right at midfield there. Another look at it. Goals tonight coming in the 13th or 12th minute. And the 16th minute. As we sit 1-1 here at Dowling Catholic Stadium, it's Northwest now. Wolves, the pack on the prowl, I should say. Nearly stepping through and then off the crossbar. Didn't catch a number on it because it happened so quick, but it was an absolute missile. That had some pace to it, and I don't think anyone was really expecting it. And it sailed just high off the crossbar and nearly had a 2-1 game for Northwest. Get a couple subs in for both sides, and we're back to it. Northwest now on the attack here. Once again, nice job by possession on the back line, and then that through ball finds a foot, but not into a lot of space there. So the Wolves make their own space. Strong cut back, and ref says play on, everyone up. So we're starting to get some physicality in this one. Ref does say that is a foul out there, and the ball will go back to the Wolves. Played down the line and into the corner. Here comes Spalding. Spalding across, off of English chest. He's been called upon a couple of times this evening. Had a couple of big saves, including a diving left-handed save that likely kept this all level. That wind dying down a bit now. Still there, just a bit less of it. Wind's still plenty aloft, but not affecting game time now, as the wind advisory across central Iowa expires around 9 p.m. tonight. Long throw in for Northwest. Going to try and move quickly and try and catch Dowling sleeping. Instead, the Maroons are going to counter right back. Mendez steps up. And that was an offsides. Flag comes up. Crowder was in behind the defense, and that's going to draw some attention. Spalding, cross into the box and chopped wide of the net once again. That found the foot of Gage Beckel after a beautiful play by J.T. Spalding. Beckel would love to get that one back if he could because it just gets hacked a hair outside. Northwest battling once again. It's Spalding. Spalding's been a spark plug, and another great move by him. He had his way around a defender and nearly into the 18. Instead, it'll be right at the top of that box. And a grade A scoring opportunity here for the Wolves. Setting up to take it, Brody Lind. I think it was Lind with that rocket earlier that rang off the crossbar. He'll have another go here as Dowling tries to set Lind. Plays it through, and what a dime! Lind with the goal! An absolute howitzer off the right foot, finds the upper 90. English able to get a hand on it, but here's one more look at it. Lind, no doubt about it, strikes with confidence. English almost gets to it, but just too much from Brody Lind, and he's put his team on top 2-1.
Goal by Brody Lind of the Wolves.
Lind's 6th goal of the season is a big one. That puts the number 5 team in Class 4A on their heels a bit. Off the free kick. And that was all created by J.T. Spalding and his dazzling across the midfield to draw the foul. And then it was capped off by Lind. 8:45 on the clock. And it's Northwest trying to now fend off a Dowling push. Here comes Northwest once again, though. Numbers to the outside. Centered. Cleared. Northwest trying to find a little bit of insurance here. Up 2-1 in the first half. About 8 to play. And here's another go. Nearly glued to the foot of Brody Lind right now as he was able to pirouette his way once again inside the 20. It'll be a throw-in for Grady Wilcox. Wilcox the long toss, then sent right back into the box. Dowling's back line playing strong. App roll it looked like there. That one will be a much easier scoop up for English. As we now wind under 7:30. 31st minute of this game, and it was Brody Lind with the beautiful strike. Mendez trying to play it through, just nobody there for him. Now here comes Northwest once again. Their structure's been sound all night, kept in bounds. Spin move nearly works. It does work for Santi Ramirez. He's going to play it ahead. Mendez has a go, tries to get the skip to fall in, and instead it's just smothered by Tate Schendel. Schendel not going to risk a boot. He'll throw it wide. And played up and through and back. Brian Maris on that back line. Can't quite find the foot of Bayani Neary. Instead, Northwest now with an opportunity to counter up once again. Commanding the field out wide. Here comes Northwest. That ball going to be cleared. Tipped. Goal kick. And we'll get more subs for Northwest.
Going in for the Wolves, number 11, Ryan Carpenter.
Here comes Northwest once again. A lovely little setup there, but it gets knocked down before it can really get into the box. Northwest now, another chance, going to send it out wide. Little hesitation from Spalding. Spalding turns it over, and that's going to be a throw-in. Northwest controlling much of this first half. Dowling's goal came off their lone real good chance in this first half. They had a couple in there, but nothing that really materialized. Keeping it in and then centered. What a beautiful cross that was by Grady Wilcox. And then nearly pounded to the back of the twine. Instead, it sails up and over harmlessly for another goal kick. Northwest has Dowling on their heels, though. Under 5 to play in half number 1. Bunted out wide. Here's Crowder. Crowder to Ramirez. Ramirez's pass gets tipped. Mendez with the ball. He gets fouled. And they're saying on the spot that'll be a free kick, not a throw-in.
Free kick for the Maroons.
Mendez waiting for his team to set things up a bit. Mendez lifts it into the box, way off of his line, but into Schendel. Turned it over. Sorry, I had a pillar in my way, so I had to transition to my other window, and as I was doing so, Schendel apparently wasn't able to squeeze that ball tightly enough. Crossed back into the box. Mendez on his foot, could not quite get there, and then sends it way up into the rafters, making the ball boys back there chase it down a bit. And we're ticking down to 3 minutes. A lot of soccer left in this one. Certainly been an entertaining start to our night. Ball played up and through. Here comes Northwest once again, crossed into the box, and that's going to drift all the way across it. And here comes Ramirez. Ramirez plays it back to the middle. Doing a split there was Eddie Mahura, making sure that didn't get any further. That's going to be a penalty. Playing a free kick once again and playing it quickly. Spalding, his second touch, just getting away from him a bit. Sent out wide again. Keeping it yo-yoed to his foot is Ratcliffe, but then finally it's booted away again. And we're going to get a stoppage in time, as the ref would like a word with JT Spalding. It's a stern talking to, likely an apology. Plenty of sirs in there, I'm sure, too. Ref letting him know, let's not do that anymore and let's play on. And the clock will restart here, minute 48. They wanted a handball. Ref says no, that's just a natural position. But that'll drift out of bounds once again as we go down to 90 seconds. Plenty of soccer left in this one. Certainly a fun one between this Northwest team who's played inspired soccer today. And we're getting some physicality out there. Just a couple guys tangled up. Bayani Neary went down, took like a shin pad to the back of his head. So we're now at under a minute to play.
1 minute remaining.
Ball sent into the box. Mendez tries to get a header back to the middle. It's cleared away once again, lifted high into the night. Here comes Northwest trying to get numbers on a counterattack. Can't do it, cleared out of bounds. That'll take some time off the clock as well. Tick, 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 go. Here comes Northwest. Plenty of time still, 30 seconds or so in this half. Cleared out of play once more. Quick throw in. Here comes Northwest. And once again, played out of bounds. 20 seconds now, and might very well just run out of time if you're Northwest. You're good with it, though. You're up 2-1 on a night where you've had plenty of scoring opportunities. You've had great keeping behind you. Meanwhile, Dowling Catholic's going to have to find some life here in half number 2. They had a couple chances, obviously found the one. But instead, it is a 2-1 soccer game as we head to halftime here at Dowling Catholic Stadium. Certainly want to keep you around because half number 2 is set to be a beauty here on CISN. We'll be right back after a break.
Save big this month on all new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams at DeArmond CDJR Ames. New Jeep Wagoneers with up to $13,000 off MSRP. Or get up to $16,000 off MSRP if you currently own a Ford. Brand new 2024 Ram 2500 Crew Cab 4x4 starting at only $42,990. And over 20% off on new Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4s. That's right, over 20% off. Save big here at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames.
It's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today. 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Welcome back to Dowling Catholic Stadium. 2-1 soccer game currently as Northwest leads the number 5 team in Class 4A. Certainly was an entertaining first half as we recap some of the key highlights in tonight's game. The first goal of the night came off the boot of Riley Jones. He just has a strong go with the left, sneaks it in the far post in the 11th minute of this game. It was 1-0 Waukee Northwest. Then after that, goal number 2 on the night was an equalizer. Josiah Crowder gets the pass in the middle, slides and sends it home. 1-1 just like that. It was only 4 minutes later. But it did not take long for Northwest to answer right back their own time with 15 minutes beyond that last goal that we saw. It was Brody Lind on the free kick after a beautiful setup by Spalding, getting taken down just outside the 18. Lind has a strong go with the right, bends it into the upper 90, and that's where we sit 2-1 currently with Northwest leading Dowling Catholic here on CISN. And once again, a beautiful goal. Northwest striking early. They'll have to now battle the wind a bit. We'll see if Dowling can flip the field in this 2-1 game. We'll be right back after another quick break here on CISN.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you have an old inefficient wood fireplace, we need to talk. Heat and Glow has some great retrofit inserts to convert that old drafty wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace. A Heat and Glow gas insert will give you high efficiency, it will give you ease of operations, and it will give you enough warmth to take the edge off a cold winter's night. For the best in gas inserts, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today.
It's hard to stop a train.
The Chevy Red Tag event is going on now here at DeArmond Chevy GMC in Knoxville, Iowa. New Silverado 1500 Crew Cab with 1.9% for 60 months, plus up to $87.50 off MSRP. New Chevy and GMC HDs with 5.9% for 84 months. Get a new 2025 Trailblazer starting at $339 per month. And new Chevy and GMC electric vehicles with special rates. All at DeArmond Chevy GMC in Knoxville, Iowa.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
And we're live on
Halftime is just about in the books. First half is certainly in the books as we sit 2-1. Riley Jones and Brody Lynn, the two goal scorers for Northwest. Josiah Crowder, the lone goal scorer for Dowling Catholic in half number 1. 40 minutes to play. 40 minutes for Dowling Catholic to get back into it, and 40 minutes for Northwest to put this one to bed. Quick change to keeper as well for Dowling Catholic. Ryan Kuhn going to step onto the goal line for the Maroons here in half number 2. Once again, Dowling in the black uniforms, white numbering. Northwest wearing their pink jerseys, along with yellow wristbands and the white shorts tonight. Again, been a joy to bring you some high school 4A boys soccer action here on CISN this evening. John Schaefer with the tones this evening. As night starts to settle in, it gone back to an early spring feel with this wind and the chill in the air. We're nice and comfortable inside of the press box. I feel for our camera operators out there, doing a great job weathering this weather a bit. And Northwest is going to go right back on the attack. I don't think the ball's settled until now either. It's been headed around quite a bit. Gabrielson trying to come down with it. Can't quite get to it though. Sorry, that was Sam Temple, not Gabrielson. Gets out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick for the Maroons. Goal kick with a big carry. And we're going to get a foul inside the 40-yard line of that football grid. Once in a while I'll reference it. Just makes it a little bit easier to know where you're at on the field. Maroon's going to try and get set here. Setting it into the box and headed away quickly. Ball played out and up ahead into the back line for Dowling once again. To the middle of the field they go. Sedona trying to work through. Cannot. Instead played back. Nice give and go to the corner. Here comes Mendez. Mendez into the box. His cross finds a foot on the far side. It's Ramirez. Ramirez trying to find a little bit of space. Ball sent out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick.
Corner kick for the Maroons.
Great cross by Mendez. Found Ramirez. He just didn't have any room to work and instead draws a corner. It'll be Mendez that's going to boot it in. He chooses to go short. Mendez back over the top, sends it into the box and right to the hands of Kuhn. I'm sorry, not Kuhn.
Save the Schindel for the Wolves.
Tate Schendel with that save. Watched it to the mitts, and then he sent it straight out, and here come the Wolves. Great run on the far side, cutting into Spalding. Spalding gets it taken away. Good battle on the far side, then kicked out of bounds. Big throw-in for Northwest, headed right back to where the throw-in happened. Ball played up and through, but no harm done there. They'll play it all the way back to Schendel. And he lets the left rip. Shouldered forward, back to the back line, but some back pressure here. Just a quick chip to the boundary, and it goes out of bounds. Spalding can't quite get to it. Wenzel was the one with that errant pass. It's back to Wenzel right now. He sends it forward. Taken away, here's Spalding. Spalding now puts it out, and then a ball crossed in. Knocked down at the back line by Sedona. I'm sorry, not Sedona. Now here comes a run for Northwest, and then chopped away. Lovely defensive play by Brian Maris. Maris has been sharp on the back line tonight for this Dowling Catholic team. Ball sent into the box. Kuhn going to corral it. And crisis averted for Dowling. Dowling's been back on their heels most of this game now. As we sit 2-1 currently. Maroons trying to answer. Still down 1. Mendez puts it out wide. Sent down the line. And having to work it back is Solis. And then turned over. Unable to keep it at his feet was Nathan Sullivan. And that's just sent in on Kuhn. We're under 35 to play. We're 5 minutes into half number 2. 45 minutes into tonight's contest. And the pace of this one's slowed down just a hair. Wenzel steps in. Spalding with time. Sent down the line and no one really there. Looking for Carpenter. Carpenter wasn't quite ready for it. Instead, here comes Dowling once again. Maroons at midfield. Mendez using some speed. Bursts into space. Looking for Crowder. Up ahead. Nearly gets the flick to go, but great defensive play. And now here comes Waukee Northwest on a counter. Sent into the box. Well out wide and then punched away. Schendel's been active. Came diving out for that one, and he averted any threat that might have been posed. Solis now plays it back to the middle of the field. Biani Neary keeping possession, going to send it far. Dowling looking for a cross back into the box. Santi Ramirez. A lot of footwork, but nowhere to really go with it. And gets it taken off of his foot, commits a foul. And that's going to be Northwest's ball going back the other way.
Free kick for Northwest.
Ball played through, and Northwest with the runner in all alone. Has a go and sends it wide. Nearly a 3-1 lead. Instead, just a wayward look. It's Jackson Ackaby. Who was in by himself and just a little bit too much on it, got a little bit too excited and sends it just wide right. So it stays a 1-goal game. But Northwest has certainly been the aggressor much of this game. Ball played up and through. Here comes Santi Ramirez, and he's whistled for an offsides. Now things starting to open up a bit. Next team to make a mistake could be costly. Kuhn's been busy since coming in as goalkeeper for Dowling Catholic in half number 2. Some speed and played out wide. Here's Spalding. Spalding with space. Going to try and work it in. Centers it, then sailed back to the corner. It got chipped away. Must have taken a deflection of some sort, but it does stay with Northwest. They had an opportunity and nearly cashed in. Shifty move around the defender is Waukee. Waukee calling for a little bit of support. It's been a physical battle out there, certainly, and Northwest had a couple of opportunities in the last 5 minutes to make this a 3-1 game. Waukee stays down, and that's going to stop the clock at 30:29. So we've got a stoppage in play. Clock stopped. We sit at 30:29. Left to go as Waukee sits on the field waiting for a little bit of help and a sub as well. Ball played back in. Northwest backline doing a good job of really quelling any opportunities as of late. Certainly feels like the Wolves have dropped some back into coverage. Instead, just as I say that, Mendez with a hesitation then gets taken down in the box. Wanted a foul, no call. Northwest now trying to counter. Instead, it gets headed out of bounds. Mendez now down, still in the box. Dowling certainly felt like there could have been a call there as we've got another injury and a stoppage in the clock, 29:47. Mendez still down inside the 18 of Dowling Catholic's offensive end. We'll hang tight and just waiting to see what needs to happen here. Looks like he's doing all right. He'll hop up and walk it off. He's a little dinged up from the contact he took in the box. We sit 29:47 left in this game. And Mendez is a big part of any comeback hopes that Dowling has tonight. Clock still stopped. Just a lot of hurry up and wait right now. Mendez getting stretched out as we restart. 29:40 to play. Flicked up and over the top and a good chance, but coming off the line once again is Schendel. Schendel lets it rip to the midfield. Ball played out of bounds, tipped out of bounds once again. Crowder nearly had a touch on it. He's looking for a handball. Instead, it's a goal kick. Crowder's been active. He's had a couple of chances, but really, Northwest has been hunting down offensive opportunities through this first 12 minutes of the second half. Ball played down the line. Here comes Spalding with some space. Into the box he goes. That touch just a little too strong and then sent down and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in as we substitute in once again for both teams.
Going in for the Wolf, number 18, Sully Irvin. And number 25.
That throw-in doesn't go anywhere. But Northwest does keep possession. Out in midfield they are. Playing it to the back line. Top of the 18. Here comes an opportunity and a quick strike for Waukee Northwest. And don't blink, it's Brody Lind once again. Battles for it inside the 6-yard box. Another look at it, settles to his foot, and no doubt about it. Lind lights the lamp. 3-1 soccer game in Northwest with control. We sit 3-1, sitting here in the 53rd minute of soccer. They've started once again, 27:30 left in this half. Strike came with 27:36 left in this game. Lynn's second on the night. This one did not need a free kick. Instead, just in traffic. Now Dowling will have to start playing with a little bit more desperation if they hope to get back into it. Again, no Mendez. He checked out due to injury earlier. He's been stretching a bit. Schendel to his foot. That's headed right back into the offensive half for Dowling. Sedona wins that 50-50 volley. And then another strong attack there by Sullivan. Sullivan gets a little aggressive and Spalding down again. No card on the play. Just a quick check and we play on. Free kick there for Northwest and they'll play it right back. Wenzel plays it back. Schendel's got time. Gets a little bit of pressure. He'll play it back to Wenzel. Wenzel now with time. Gives it a quick chop to his teammate, Ratcliffe. Goes out of bounds on Dowling. Ratcliffe going to throw it in now. Big throw in, tries to flick it on. Instead, it's booted high into the lights. That'll take a hop just out of bounds. And another throw in. Got some physicality, and that's going to be another free kick here for Northwest.
Free kick for the Wolves.
Both have the same shot. Two, push it on the left.
Couple of heads and cooler heads prevail as we get a cut back, and Northwest trying to find a fourth goal on the night. That ball drifts into the box once again, but scooped up quickly by Kuhn. The punt goes to midfield. Right to the feet of Northwest, though, and then popped up into the air by Gabrielson. Stays with Northwest, though, far corner. Shifty move into the box, but chipped away. And that'll bring things back, and Northwest will try and reset, but not for long. They're going to come right back on the attack. Turned over again. Now here comes Dowling Catholic with numbers. Ramirez in behind the defense, looked to be offsides anyway. I don't know that if that gets through that he's not whistled for it. Instead, it'll be a throw-in for Dowling Catholic. A couple more subs.
And number 16, Landon Sullivan.
57th minute of tonight's contest. Also a friendly reminder, I believe tomorrow night is opening night of the WNBA season. You can catch Dowling Catholic grad Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever taking on the Chicago Sky at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Certainly looking forward to that matchup and the start of the WNBA season. Good soccer match here, though, as Northwest once again looking to strike. Crossed across the 18, cleared away quickly, and then sent ahead. Crowder flicks it even further. Ramirez can't quite hunt it down, and Schendel will just settle it down. Of course, action starts tomorrow with the Las Vegas Aces and the New York Liberty. Ball being headed back and forth and flicked up and over the top. Offside, Spalding would have had to go at it. Instead, he was just beyond the defensive line for an offsides. Sticking with it nicely there before it's cleared away was Joe Riley. Of course, doesn't feel like Dowling Catholic's really been a threat much in this second half, but here comes Northwest with a threat of their own on the far side. Into space, looking for a little help at the top of the box. Chopped away nicely. Maris did a good job defensively, and now here comes Crowder. Sorry, not Crowdy, Crowder. Turned over, and Northwest just content with sending it deeper into the far end of the field. Of course, the other big news in the sports world today for Iowa State fans, at least, Brock Purdy signing a 5-year deal, $181 million guaranteed. I gotta double check what the numbers are. $265 million in that 5-year contract possible. So, big day for Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. Certainly no longer irrelevant. He's proven that the last couple of seasons. And we sit here with a 3-1 soccer game. Northwest leading Dowling Catholic.
Going in for the Wolf, number 17, Sam Temple.
Couple big hops off the volleys. We've got a foul on the ground. And they're going to keep it moving down. Down the sideline is Ratcliffe. That's turned over. Under 20 to play. Dowling Catholic needs one soon if they want to get back into this 2-goal deficit that Northwest has built. Brody Lind. 2 of those goals tonight of the 3 for the Wolves have both come at big times. Ball played through, but not all the way. Sedona knocked it down, now played up ahead. Far side of the field once again. Crowder has a run, but the ball doesn't get through. And it's sent out of bounds. It's tipped, and it's going to go right back to the Wolves throw in for possession. Center cross, trying to change field. Instead turned over and sliding attack. Great play there by Wetzel. And he gets taken down, no foul. Sedona hounding just absolutely all over it. Lynn there trying to hunt that ball down, and Lynn just sends it out of play for a throw-in. That'll lead some clock as well. Sedona looking for an outlet, doesn't have much to really work with, so now he sends one back to the middle. Looking for some space, taken down at the top of the box. That's going to be a free kick. Looked like Crowder went down there. And here is a grade A chance to return the favor for Northwest. See who takes it. Looks like Crowder's waiting for it. 11 goals this season if you count tonight's tally. Back in half number 1. Crowder will set. Here he swings the right, tries to sneak it through the wall, but the wall does its job, sends it back in with the left, cleared away once again. Crisis averted one more time for Northwest. They keep their 2-goal lead intact. Now Dowling Catholic starting to play with a little bit more urgency, a little bit more desperation, but it leads to a turnover. Here come the Wolves again. Sent back to Kuhn. Kuhn having to dribble out of some trouble. Dangerous tackle there. Ref's going to stop play, and we're going to get a card. So that'll stop clock at 6:24. 16:24 left to play. Here's our official hands out our first card of the night. Jacob Tapman will spend some time on the bench after that dangerous tackle. Now up over the top. Sent through far side. No handball call. Played back. Doesn't get any air under it, and it's chopped back out into the midfield. Dowling, again, as I mentioned, playing with a little bit of desperation now, down 2. 15 minutes or so left to really make a mark. Try and dent this lead. Kuhn with no time just sends it back to midfield again. Good defensive play there by the back line for Dowling Catholic. Now here come the Maroons again. This time they do have numbers. Just a little too far out of reach. And again, just an inch or two, a foot or two away on some of these opportunities. Kept in. Sedona with a header back to the middle. And now Dowling going to go right back on the attack, but taken away quickly. Through ball. It's on the foot, and here comes Northwest. But again, no time, just play back. Kuhn clears. And Dowling Catholic can live to fight a little bit longer. Northwest gets one back into the 18-yard box, keeping it in. Played back and now up over the top. Nearly a flying header. Set a go at the top of the 18, gets chopped down again. And that's going to go back the other way.
Going in for the Wolves, number 5, Jackson
Subs.
Atherton. Number 29, Caleb DeJong. From Maroons, number 13, Judd Berger.
Still plenty of wind out there, though it's died down significantly compared to what we had earlier in the evening. Camera ops having to brace the cameras in some manner. That ball will roll out of bounds one more time. Clock seemingly at a standstill, it almost feels like now, as we sit with a 2-goal game and a lot of game left, but not a lot of time, if that makes sense. Still plenty of time, but not a lot of time. Here comes the ball over the top. Off his line by a long way is Schendel, and he just sends it off into the night, and that one gets all the way out of play and is going to have to be found after the game tonight. Might still be rolling down to Bebop's. It's either going to be in the Walmart parking lot or the Bebop's parking lot. I'll take a chocolate shake while you're down there if anyone's retrieving it. Ball played up ahead once again.
Going in for the Wolves, number 11, Ryan Carpenter.
Ball's hopping around a bit before finally being turned away once again. And another ball out of bounds. Not a lot of action to speak of right now. This ball's really just kind of stuck between the 30s. Dowling still trying to find a way to cut into that 2-goal deficit that they're facing. Here's their best chance yet. Strong run. But taken off the ball. Even better defensive play and then cleared long. They'll fight for it down here on the near side. That'll get out of bounds. And it'll be a Northwest throw-in. Northwest flipping field. having to go from long range, but that's no big deal. Just a can of corn for Kuhn as he gobbles it up, and now he'll punt it back into the night sky. Don't look now, but here come the Maroons. Northwest has really bottled up the middle, taking away any good opportunities for runs. Again, first half, a couple crosses in there, but really, Dowling Catholic hasn't had an opportunity in the second half because that back line has been so active, and really the midfield has too for this Northwest team tonight. They've been sharp. Dowling a bit out of sorts. Played down the line. Beautiful touch, and then up the middle. Here comes a deep run, but that's going to be played back to Kuhn. Kuhn just gives it a big boot. That's going to find its way back to Sedona. Sedona going up over the top, but that's going to find its way all the way to Shandel. Shandel settles. And he'll pick it up. Eating up time as we've ticked under 10 minutes to play. Shortly, it'll be under 9 to play. And here comes another run for Northwest. Can they put the cherry on the icing? The left is right into the midst of Kuhn, and again, no harm done. Played through. Here's Crowder. Crowder gets taken down. That one stung him a bit. The header flicked forward. Crowder very slow to get up. Not putting much weight on his left leg. That would be a costly injury if he's unable to recover, but he'll jog it off here back in the offensive half. Trying to get back on sides. That ball cleared defensively. We are now under 8 minutes to play. Too far out of reach was the pass by Judd Berger.
Going in for the Wolves, number 12, Amel Osmanovic. Going in for the Maroons, number 4, Joe Riley, and number 9, Connor Larson.
We're now under 7 to play, and that third goal by Brody Lind is certainly a bit of an insurance goal here. Northwest can play the possession game. Now up over the top, and here comes Northwest looking for one more. Why not? The Wolves getting across into the box and nearly sent into the back of the net. Instead, it's into the side netting. I think that's going to set us up for a corner kick, as the defender got a foot on it. Get a couple more substitutions here.
Going in for the Wolves, number 2, Brody Lind. Corner kick for the Wolves.
nearly putting it on and into the net was Northwest off the corner kick. Instead, it sails over the pipe once again, and Dowling Catholic clinging to this 2-goal deficit, trying to not make it any worse than it is. Northwest has certainly kept Dowling on their heels all night long. Well, and just on cue, here comes another opportunity. Crowder had it. Great tackle. Finds its way back to his feet, though. Stays with Dowling. Tough tackle there. Played back, and now Dowling needs to play it forward fast. Back to Sedona. Sedona cuts it in. Ball taken off of his foot, but his teammates there to pick him up in Solis. Solis plays it down the line. That's nicked out of bounds. 4 minutes to play. I think this one you can just about put a bow on, with Northwest up 2 goals very late. This would be quite an upset for their resume as we approach postseason play here shortly. As you saw, Dowling, well, maybe you didn't see it. Dowling Catholic having senior night tonight, pre-warm-ups of tonight's matchup, honoring a handful of seniors on this team. Sometimes emotion's always a little bit of a mixed bag on nights like this, too. And before we get to the end of this game tonight, I do want to say a big thank you to our whole crew tonight. Certainly getting a great job done, getting all the actions, our highlights recapped, and directing a flawless game this evening, as well as that clock now is fully under 3 minutes. CISN happy to bring you plenty of Central Iowa sports action. Obviously soccer, one of our staples. Also had some track and field events, and we don't go anywhere in the summer either. We're right back here with softball and baseball. Looking forward to bringing you more of that this year as well. The clock stopped with 2:48. We're at 2:48 left in this game right now, and that's ticking down to 2:45. Solis plays it to the corner, just no one making a run there, and it's not been from a lack of effort, just really been no way to crack through that back line for Northwest tonight for this Dowling Catholic team. Assuming this holds, Northwest will move to 7-3-6. Dowling Catholic will move to 11-5-1. The clock is stopped once again. 2:22, 2:20. Fancy footwork there by Carpenter, and that led to the pass up ahead. Just didn't find a foot. Can only hope this wind dies down for a nice weekend, but it sounds like it's going to cool back off. Spring in the state of Iowa, certainly days where it doesn't want to make up its mind, and as we like to say, give it 5 minutes and the weather will change seasons for you. Certainly going to feel that way a bit tomorrow. It's been a warm one this week, and plenty of wind the last 2 days. It'll stay that way a couple days more across central Iowa. Ball cleared away.
It's at the 30, 25. I'm going to go to 2. Just a second first. 2, 5. And we're going to go back to 2.
We are at 1 minute left in this game.
In the second half.
That ball sent ahead. Dowling Catholic refusing to go quietly. Ball brought back into the box, having a go. Late tackle, nearly gets through. And it looked like it was chopped away, and we've got an injury in the box now with 37 seconds to play. 36 now. And we've got a player down who just needs some attention. Not a lot of time left in this game. Might be Crowder there on the far side.
One's live too. You can go over to him.
36 seconds left, 2-goal game. The wind trying to rip the flag out of the flagpole there. Back in behind. If our camera operator pans up, you can take a look at how strong that wind is tonight. Okay, clock starts. And we will finish this one off here tonight. 30 seconds to play. We'll let this one wind out on the night. 10 seconds to go. We're going to let it wind out, but Northwest says, no, we want a little bit more. How about one more strike? Big save, but the follow-up is in with 3 seconds left on the clock, and that'll put the cherry on top. Northwest pulls off the big upset. See if we can catch a number on it. I missed the number, but it makes little difference. Let's take one more look at it on the replay. The follow-up to the back of the net. And before everyone stands up, just could not quite get an eye on it, but no less. That is going to be your final 4-1. Waukee Northwest with the statement victory over the number 5 team in the state. In Class 4A boys soccer, with that win, the Wolves move to 7-3-6. Dowling Catholic falls to 11-5-1. Again, 4-1. Riley Jones strikes first in the 12th minute. It was responded to by Josiah Crowder in the 26th minute of the first half. That took us 1-1. Late in that first half, though, 9:15 remaining, Brody Lind made it 2-1. That was our score going into halftime. And then Lind struck again, made it 3-1 in that second half. And then you saw it with 3 seconds left. Northwest finishes it off in a strong manner on a big night, spoiling senior night here for the Dowling Catholic Maroons. 4-1 your final here on CISN. I'm John Schaefer. Have a wonderful Friday night.